Today, I want to have a little chat about first aid and your first aid requirements. And first aid is there to make sure that you've got the right things in place, the right arrangements in place if things go wrong and people on the site need some help, need some support. You want to be making sure that you've got the adequate resources there so that people can get some immediate treatment. But also you want to have a process in place to actually get the professionals there as quickly as possible. So making sure that you've got good emergency arrangements. I think the two go hand in hand. The first aid requirements and your emergency arrangements go hand in hand. Anyway, I've got 8 really short, sharp points for you to consider. And the first thing is based around risk assessment. So you want to be doing a risk assessment of your workplace, of your environment, to make sure that you get the right level of support. And the sort of things that you want to be thinking about is really looking at where are you. If you're a remote site, if you're a long way away from a town centre, from getting the emergency services there quickly, then you may need to put a little bit more in place. The people that you have in place may need to be slightly more competent to manage a situation. If you're slap bang in the middle of a city or a town, and the emergency services are going to be there really quickly, then you can use that as well to your advantage, and maybe not have to have quite as robust training for the individuals that are in the business. So that moves on to the next point, which is making sure that people have got adequate training. So once you've identified who it is that's going to step up to the plate, and that can sometimes be the issue. That can sometimes be the problem, actually getting people to volunteer to become first aiders. It's not something that's compulsory. You can't press gang people into being a first aider, and really you want somebody there who wants to do it, because when they are called upon, it can be pretty horrible, and so you want somebody there that's going to be comfortable with facing the situation. Should it arise, you want to give them the right training. There's been a lot of changes in training over recent years. It used to be a 3-day course every 3 years, but now there's appointed person 1-day courses. I think the thing is about once you've decided the right level of training for the individual, then you want to make sure that they maintain their competence, and so having regular refresher training is a good idea. That might be something you want to consider every year for a 1-day appointed person. There might be some other skills that they want to have as well. You may, as a business, decide that something like a defibrillator may be appropriate, and so again, it'd be worthwhile having some training that's relevant to that. Although nowadays the machines are very clever, and they actually talk you through what you need to do if somebody has got into difficulties and needs to be their heart restarted. You want to possibly provide a suitable room, a suitable area that the first aider can treat an individual. So getting them out of the workplace, out of the operational area, into a room that is comfortable, that's quiet. And just really sometimes it's just about keeping the individual warm and calm whilst you wait for the emergency services to turn up. But it does want to be clean. The room that you put people into, wants to be clean and tidy. So again, in office environments, that's fairly straightforward. But once you get to environments that are a little bit more outdoor, some quarry environments, construction sites, things like that, it can become a lot harder to sort of keep those environments clear, clean, and suitable for for receiving the injured person, should that happen. What you also want to do is make sure there's the right first aid provisions around the site. And what I like to say really is if you're going to train somebody up to become a first aider, then also give them responsibility to look after a first aid box. And so you're going to want to be notified, so have a process in place that people can notify you if they use items out of the first aid box. but also a check-in process. So the first aider, maybe on a monthly basis, just goes and has a look inside the box to make sure that the provisions are there, are up to date. You know, some stuff does run out. So again, making sure that's kept up to date is important. You want to provide all your employees with the right information. So it's very, very clear, well, who are the first aiders on site. I've seen some sites, use simple ideas. If you're on a construction site, give the first aider a different colour hard hat. That can work nicely. But just having the information up on the site notice board is probably the minimum you want to do. But also the contact details. So if they've got a call sign for a radio, or maybe even if they've got a mobile phone number, that information goes alongside so that they can be contacted quickly if they need to. You also want to make sure that the arrangements that you put into place are in place for all the shifts that are going on. So and also you've got to be thinking about things like holiday cover as well. So they're going to probably need to be more than one person who is going to be trained up to cover the different shifts and to cover when that individual goes away on holiday. So just recapping really, do a good quality risk assessment, train the individuals up to the right standard. Make sure you've got suitable facilities to treat injured people. Have good quality first aid provisions in place. Notify the people exactly what the procedures are, what the systems are, how to get hold of the individual, and make sure that those arrangements are in place throughout the working shifts that you have on your site. Hey, that's all I want to say for now. One additional bit. IMG, we provide training for first aid for appointed people, the full first aid at work courses, emergency first aid, and mental health first aid as well. So if you do need some help or you do need some support, then please give us a call. Cheers now. Bye bye.